because the confessional as an object is a replica of an already existing object within the school. And that object, for me, is one of the 5 that carries used to carry political weight. And today, it has been, this weight is now gone. So I'm trying to reactivate the political agency of this object through the 5 operations. It is the AA, but I'm using this object as a way to direct what I'm trying to say, basically, that the AA has lost its voice and its power, and I don't know where the power stands right now. I think the power of the AA used to stand with its members. The AA members, students, even staff before, I think, were more courageous than they are now. Maybe it has to do with the fact that tuition is higher now, so people are less courageous. Maybe it has to do with the fact that people are being more politically correct because they don't want to offend anyone. I think there is fear. I think some, if not most, are taking it lightly, a bit on the superficial level. Some, I would hope, are trying to... Basically, the idea of the confessional is that once you enter this space, there's a real raw moment of reflection between you and yourself. And if you decide to record a confession, you become vulnerable in a way because you are confessing to yourself. So each person that confesses is confessing to the priest, which is actually themselves, which I feel is quite powerful. But if you go and take it as a joke, it can also be, I don't know, something light and funny, and for me not so relevant for the point that I'm trying to make. But I cannot control also the way people react. I read, you don't know what I read yesterday. I didn't read the AA Weekly.
Oh, you didn't?
Yesterday,
good for you.
Because they didn't send it to me on time, the draft. So I had to read something else. So I presented it as the AA Weekly from the 1930s and the 1960s. And I read a text from Focus, the AA student journal of 1938, where they say that a sort of revolution. And then I read a part of the AA pantomime of 1936, which 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's 9, 10, 11, 12, seize the school and run it yourselves. And this is the other side.
What, in 1936?
Did anybody listen?
Yes.
Oh, good.
And then
No, it's just when we hung that thing up of Corbusier's modular man, full size, nobody took a blind bit of notice, did they? I think even if somebody had fallen off the balcony, they'd have just come, oh, somebody's fallen off the balcony. I'm glad they listened. Did anybody comment? Was they able to comment afterwards or not?
I think the question I got the most was, can I listen to other people's confession without confessing? And then I said, you can do whatever you feel comfortable doing. I think they go from 6 or 7 seconds, and the longest one I've got is maybe 34 seconds. Exactly, like this is the ironic part of the operation as well, is that whatever it is, whether it's a gossip or a rumor, or it's a really deep confession about, I don't know, where is actually the power, who holds the power in the AA, or I've smoked 17 cigarettes today. It can be something, and whatever it is, I feel at least getting individuals to engage for a collective purpose will start this process of reactivating the school and getting closer to how it used to be before the shift to this neutral ground. And I think I understand that it's not the role of the institution to impose this political sense, but I think the institution should enable its members to be political rather than neutralize. In Lebanon, to be under the umbrella of successful, you must be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, or an architect.
Dentist.
Or a dentist. And out of these professions, I chose architecture, not because my parents are architects or not because I loved architecture. I didn't know anything about architecture. I still don't, but I knew less than I know now. And during my interview, they asked me, what is the last architectural book you have read?
Mm.
And I said, okay, I can either lie to people who know more about the subject so they will catch me in my lie, or I can be honest. And I said, honestly, I have never read an architectural book in my life. And they laughed. And they said, well, maybe you should. You are applying to the AA.
Okay.
And I was I was very, very shy. I think I still am, but I was extremely shy. And at this moment, I was already extremely stressed. So I told them, you know what? If this is not enough for you, thank you for your time. I'm leaving. I'm applying to this school because this is where I want to learn about architecture. And if you require me to know before coming here, then maybe this is not the place where I should learn.